And this evening, the winning Powerball number play multiplier is 2. Let's take a look at tonight's winning numbers. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you back here on Saturday night.
Live from Augusta, breaking news.
We're starting with breaking news tonight. The Richmond County Coroner's Office is investigating the death of former Georgia House of Representative Ben Harbin. Harbin was pronounced dead at the Fairfield Inn on Washington Road this evening around 7 o'clock. The Coroner's Office is continuing to investigate his death. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. As the memorial grows for Deputy Brandon Sykes and Deputy Gavin White continues to recover from being shot, we're reminded that the job of a law enforcement officer is not the easiest or safest. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Zaina Halliburton. As the community continues to give back to the families of those deputies, there's support for the men and women that worked with these deputies every day. Your Sydney Hood is live in the newsroom in Sydney. You spoke with someone who's been helping law enforcement officers with their mental health.
Patrick Cullinan is the executive director for the Police Benevolent Association of Georgia. He says it's a law enforcement organization that provides legal service in the aftermath of critical incidences. A local law enforcement veteran himself, he says this is an opportunity to help his fellow brothers and sisters in blue.
So you don't hear anything but nature out here.
That's the way Patrick Cullinan likes it, because for years he fought hard for peace and quiet.
It just made things worse and worse. When the wheels wouldn't quit spinning in my head because of things that I had dealt with.
A 30-plus year law enforcement veteran in both Richmond and Columbia counties.
You know, we deal with so much death, whether it be death from car crashes, natural death, but a lot of traumatic deaths, suicides, murders. You see a lot of stuff. You see way more stuff in, a week or a month than most citizens see in their entire life.
Didn't just impact him.
It's your entire family. You bring that home. I'd like to say that you could leave that at the front door and walk in the house and be a different person, but you can't.
Soon reaching his breaking point.
The biggest thing for me was I turned to a counselor to help me that I say was Jack Daniels, and it was horrible.
He tried to handle his emotions.
Finally, my bucket overflowed, and it caused a real big mess.
Soon realizing it was time to seek help.
I was told at the beginning of my journey that I can't keep what I have unless I give it away. And that's another big driving force for why I love, helping other men and women in law enforcement.
He does so working with the Police Benevolent Association of Georgia.
I felt like I had given many years to help in the community, and because of some of my, past experiences that I had to deal with in my career, I had a lot of people help me overcome some of the battles that I dealt with, and I had healed from that, and I knew I had an opportunity to pass that on to others.
Another resource Cullinan spoke to me about is the Valor Station here in Augusta. It's a nonprofit organization for first responders by first responders. It's providing behavioral health services to those who put their lives on the line to protect us.
And certainly if someone at home needs assistance, it's nice to know we have these resources in our area. Thank you for shining a light on that, Sydney. We know new details of the funeral for Deputy Brandon Sykes, who was killed during a traffic stop Saturday. The funeral will be held Monday at noon at the Columbia County Performing Arts Center. A procession will begin at Poteet Funeral Home, leaving at 11:20. It'll follow Washington Road, Ronald Reagan Drive, Evans Town Center Boulevard, and Main Street. The Sheriff's Office says community members are welcome to line the route to pay respects. And we've learned new details about the suspected shooter, James Montgomery. Montgomery's family says he's been building pipe bombs since he was a child. His family also says they've been trying to warn law enforcement about the weapons in his RV. Saturday's traffic stop wasn't Montgomery's first run-in with the law. He had an aggravated assault charge wiped from his record back in 2022. Much more news ahead tonight as we send things over to First Alert meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding with what we can expect as we head into the end of the week, Mikkel, and that's going to be rain. I know we're kind of talking about rain in the west. Sadly, I know people who are affected right now, Oklahoma, back home being one, and the flooding there is just crazy.
definitely glad to know that your people are okay. But as Dana said, they've seen some historical flooding out there in Oklahoma. So this has continued to transition to the Mississippi full forecast coming up.
2 local businesses have teamed up to show their support for the 2 deputies shot on Saturday. Elena's Alterations in Thompson gave away red, black, and blue ribbons for people to hang up to show their support for Deputy Sykes in white. Richard's Flowers in Thompson made them, and Elena's Alterations handed them out today. We're told the giveaway was a great success, and they already ran out just a few hours after starting to hand them away. Students, staff, and parents in Columbia County schools wore blue today to honor Deputy Sykes. Augusta Prep and Augusta Christian both had ties to him. Following the announcement of Deputy Sykes' death, Augusta Prep went to Facebook to remember the deputy. The school says since May of 2023, Deputy Sykes has been a part of the rotation of deputies serving the school. One student says Columbia County schools came together to honor Deputy Sykes.
Like, we're all wearing blue today for him, to honor him. And I think that was something that, it was like a school-wide kind of community connection to wear blue. On Friday, the chorus will be singing Dona Nobis to honor Officer Sykes with 3rd graders from the lower school.
Augusta Christian says tomorrow they will be praying for the deputies for the National Day of Prayer and giving some items to the substation. A naked man was arrested after he reportedly assaulted a hospice worker outside a patient's home. 79-year-old John Rosso was charged with assault and battery Monday. The victim sharing this video she managed to record on her phone during the encounter.
Open the door.
Don't come banging on my window. Do not.
Shut up.
Deputies say they went to a home on Bellreed Drive where they found the victim with swelling on her face. According to the incident report, Rosso followed the victim to a patient's home and hit her when she rolled her window down. The homeowner came out to stop the encounter and told deputies he believes the attack was racially motivated. We're working to learn more and we'll keep you updated. People were able to voice their opinions on what Richmond County should do with the old weed school. Take a listen.
What I am saying is, whatever happens at this school will determine the future for this community.
The school was bought by Augusta's Housing and Community Development Department earlier this year. There are hopes to turn the space into an affordable senior living apartment complex, grocery store, or even a mixed-use space. Richmond County Commission planned to make a decision yesterday during their weekly meeting, but the vote was pushed to next week. Commissioner Jordan Johnson says Commission has until May 16th to make a decision, or it will stay the way it is now. Mikel.
Some important decisions right there. Temperatures tomorrow pretty similar to today. We'll see a couple of more clouds out there, and we'll talk about some better rain chances setting up as we approach the weekend coming up.
Plus, students are reacting to the news that Limestone University is closing after they were told in an email last night.
Together, Parker's Kitchen and our customers raised over $300,000 last year to help our partner Wrdw project. So thank you for rounding up at checkout. Your change really does make a change.
Limestone University announced the school is closing even after receiving $2 million in donations. The university sent an email to students saying the Board of Trustees have decided to close its doors. 2 weeks ago, the university announced without $6 million in financial support, it would have to move to fully online or close completely. The $2 million donation the school received will be given back to those contributors. Today, students shared their thoughts on the closure.
It's really devastating that this had to be the last one. I think we were all really hoping that we would be back here next semester being able to do this again. But since this is the last one, it's kind of heartbreaking seeing us for the last time before we all leave.
It's sad knowing that this is my last full day with my whole team and all my friends. So right now I'm just trying to soak up all the good moments and just trying to live in the moment.
The university also announced in last night's email that it would not offer online courses next semester. University leaders say they will now begin an orderly wind-down process and will help students transfer to other schools. The president faced questions today